Festive season, big time for the industry, and of course, we have the big announcement around GST. So, really, lots happening with the auto space. Who better to talk about all of that than with Tarun Garg? It's great to see you.
Always.
It's been a while, and so I'm really happy that we are catching up. And so today I thought I'll mix it up a little bit.
Yes.
I just said big time for the industry, important time as well. Also, of course, for Hyundai. So I thought let me twist it a little bit and try something new.
Yes.
I'm going to restrict you to 3-word answers.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to throw something at you, and you tell me just the first 3 things that come to mind.
Sounds good.
10 years of Creta.
Legacy, amazing, unbelievable.
Creta King.
King of all SUVs.
Okay, fine. And undisputed one at that, by everybody's admission. This year's festive season.
Smashing, mind-boggling, and absolutely going to be a madhouse.
We're actually, there's a pent up feeling now, right? We're waiting for this to get unleashed.
Absolutely.
So, GST cuts.
I think couldn't have come at a better time, and good. Thanks a lot to the Honorable Prime Minister. And look, I have been in the industry now for 32 years. And of course, there have been excise duty cuts and all, but never a cut of such magnitude has happened. So this is absolutely amazing, and I think this was very much required because now we can really buck the trend and come back to the growth path, because you know India always is seen as a growth market, and I think this year was negative, April to August, but I think now we can come back to growth, and not only the car industry. If you see the general economy, the positive sentiment, and also because it is coinciding with the festive. So I think all in all, it could be a very big game changer for the industry.
This whole, pressure that has got built up especially the last few months. Okay, the last bit you can say that people were waiting for the GST announcement. That's only weeks. I'm talking now a few months.
Yeah.
What sort of led to it was known, but the customer demand never really went away. So, was there a sense of anxiety that crept in?
Look, I would say that because 3-4 years after COVID were very good. So people had forgotten what was a normal year or what was a year when you had to create demand. So I think we all woke up, and it was a reality check. So it was a very tough time. At the same time, every company had a different strategy. Like for us, we were looking at a very good balance between profit, because now we're listed, so shareholders are also looking at us.
More owners.
So I think that's very, very important. Yeah. So you cannot join any kind of discount war. So I think that was very important. So how to really keep your head above the water? We knew that the demand would come back. And let me tell you, SVP, if you read the history of India automobiles last 20 years, after every 5 years of growth, 1 year of degrowth happens, then again 5 years of growth. No, nobody has predicted a GST cut, to be very honest. But still, this has always happened, So
Something leads to it.
Something leads to it. Something leads to it. That is why CAGR is 5%, although years of 8% and 10% would come. So I think while experienced people like us knew that things would come back, but still, because it was going a little bit too much, 12 months is okay, then 13, 14, and now 15 months. I think now we are going to really toss the ball out of the park.
We've had 2 things happen in the last few months as well. And I know that, you're probably sick of hearing this question, because you mentioned just now that you now have a greater responsibility to your shareholders as well when it comes to profitability. And so you've not gotten into those volume or discount wars. At the same time, there has been all this talk about how, your number 2 position has been threatened. Now that we have seen a sort of a consolidation, your portfolio is nice and wide, you have all these action models in the market, and we have this GST cut and the festive season. Are you more confident now in terms of sort of hitting back and reclaiming your space?
We were always very confident, and I don't want to lose any position, and we don't want to lose market share. And I think now everything would go for us, because the new plant is around the corner, which will give us capacity. We have married the capacity with the new model cycle. We will be telling more about it in the upcoming Investor Day on 15th of October. You are seeing that we are not, as if we are not waiting for those new models also. You can see that so many, derivatives, so many changes we can make on our, existing models as well. So we want to create that tempo, create that excitement. GST cut is a big fillip. We are the first company of the mark in terms of passing on the benefit to the customers. A big marketing campaign you can see with Pankaj Tripathi is already on. So we are not leaving any stone unturned. But like I said, we want to move with quality of sales. This GST cut also, we are seeing it more as, because customer even earlier, suppose he had 9 lakh rupees. Even now he still has 9 lakh rupees. But in the same 9 lakh rupees, maybe he can move a segment up, maybe he can move a trim up. I think those are the opportunities which are going to really create a lot of value for the customer.
So the aggression we are used to from Hyundai will stay in a sense.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you mentioned, of course, the new plant. You mentioned, new products that are coming. Some of that we will talk about at a different venue.
Yes.
That, but it's anticipation like that also. The timing of it with the festive season. Some of it is, of course, planned like that. I know it's not happening by accident, but do you think that this year you're banking on it a little bit more because there's just so much more external pressure and there's been so many other sort of events in the marketplace?
Look, I would say that if you see Hyundai, because we have the levers we have are probably relatively more. For example, exports. Last 3 years, because we had a capacity constraint, so we were not really pushing the accelerator on export. We have been very good at exports right from day one. But you see that this year, I mean, we pushed the accelerator. April to August, exports have grown by 12.5%. Last month was 20%. And we can see that more and more opportunities are coming in. And now I say with this GST cut, the new plant and the new model cycle kicking in, it will be double engine because exports were already firing on all cylinders and now domestic as well. So I think frankly speaking, this looks like a very good opportune time to really be back on that growth path we are used to.
I have one last area I want to talk to you about. And I smiled twice because you mentioned the plant and then you also mentioned the exports. These were two, that's basically the area I want to get into. With the new plant in Talegaon coming on stream now. Of course, the next big thing with your second generation venue, there's a lot of expectation. Does this become the plant for not just the Indian market, but for global market as well when it comes to that model? It is a global model.
No, of course. Look, we have always been very strong in exports. Last year, exports contributed 20-21% to our sales. Q1 of this financial 25-26, we are already at 27%. So you can see the thrust is always there,
and all of now.
And all of our models are exported. So there is absolutely no issue there. The thing is, like in Indian market, SUVs became the flavor, and our contribution is almost 69% is SUVs. In exports, it's still 80% hatches and sedans. I think a big opportunity is there. So we believe that the same magic which has happened in the domestic market for Hyundai in SUVs, probably there's an opportunity to create the same magic in exports as well. And the Pune plant will give us that headroom to really go all out to increase our exports.
I can't wait to see the opening, and of course can't wait to see the new model as well. We have plenty of opportunities to meet now, so that's a good thing. Good luck with the festive season and of course with all these cars as well, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you.